Once upon a time, there was a snail princess. She lived in a kingdom not far away than the kingdom of England. She wasn't princess of England, she was a princess of a completely different country that she didn't like. That's why she decided to go to a different kingdom. And while she was in the kingdom of England, working as a swimming pool lifeguard, one day, when she was in her small bedsit, she forgot to turn off her Skype. And it happened that this very random prince started talking to her. So they started chatting. They chatted for an hour or two. And then another day they kept chatting. And they kept chatting for a few weeks until they decided to meet. The meeting went very well. And very quickly they fell in love and decided to live together. So they rented first. She packed her bag. She quit her job. And the Snow Princess moved to Ireland, to Ireland, Kingdom of Ireland, and she rented with the prince a small castle. After a while, because they loved animals, and they wanted to have animals, they decided to rent a bigger castle. So they lived in this bigger castle for a few months, when the owner of the castle said like, "Oh, sorry guys, I want to sell it." So panic set in. So Snail Princess and Prince decided like, fuck it, we have to buy a castle. So they bought a castle and lived happily ever after for another 15 plus years or so, he was telling her, and she believed him. When the prince got broody, he wanted to have more like little princess, and the Snail Princess wasn't really keen on the idea. She was never interested in ugly, screaming, shitting, crying, and vomiting babies. So she said no. And that's when the Ukrainian refugees found their home very close to Snail Princess and Prince's castle. And they made friends. And everything was great. And those little Ukrainian princess kids, they started visiting. They played PlayStation, and they were fun. There were just a lot of energy and a lot of noise. And despite the fact that the Snail Princess really, really liked them a lot, it was too much for her. She just felt like her beautiful dream bowl castle is now ruined. There was like no room for her to hide in, to get some peace and recharge. And so she got to a point where she said to the prince, like, "Sorry, mate, but if this continues, it'll be either me or them." And whatever the prince would have decided would have been fine. But he chose the princess. Well, yeah, okay, great, nice, fine. Well, hopefully that's what he really wanted. But turns out he regretted that decision, at least maybe for a while at the time. So he got pissed off with Snail Princess that she's asking way too much from him. So he told her to get the fuck out. Then he swore it was just in anger. But in anger, the truth is, in anger, you say things that are actually honest. Maybe you say it in exaggerated words, but at least it's honest truth. So it hurt. The Snail Princess was really hurt. She felt like she got backstabbed. Like, that was the biggest, betrayal, right? Especially coming from Prince. After so many years, he's been telling her like, oh, that he's happy, that he wouldn't want for anything else, and blah blah blah. Okay, fine. So she was hurt, really, really deeply hurt for a few months, until she finally realized that, fuck it, like everyone so far in her life, sooner or later, would become disloyal, would lie, would let her down. So the truth was that looking for love from another person was fallible. That the best way was to actually find all the qualities, everything in yourself. And that's what Snail Princess did. She found a way to find those things and rely just on herself, because that's what felt like, yeah. So, because Snail Princess is a Gemini, so she has this like little sibling in her, like a twin. So yeah, there's seemingly two of them, and if one is sad, the other one will pick her up. But anyway, the point of the story is that the Snail Princess is now, even though she still lives in the castle with the prince, and they're not fighting, it's fine, at least for the time being. They kind of, talked it out. She's no longer with him. It's just like she's independent, she's off by herself, and she does things her own way, instead of thinking of like, oh, maybe I should take Prince into consideration. No, she's done with that. She's doing things only for her own considerations, because, like, seriously, she spent nearly 50 years with consideration for other people. And enough is enough. Like, come on, seriously. 50 years is long enough to finally get the memo, right? So she did get the memo, and now the plan is that Snail Princess, started her own business like over a year ago. She's a virtual assistant because she's fucking good at it, right? Admin, spreadsheets, keeping track of things, attention to detail, that kind of stuff. So, she loves doing what she's doing, and she has a paying client. But her paying client is a startup herself. And even though she's magical and whatnot, and, she's amazing client and she loves her, she's not getting paid what she wants to yet. And even if she still needs another client to get paid what she needs to be able to, pack the bag, dress up Larry, and head off to Mediterranean Europe, and instead of renting instead of buying castles, she's thinking of renting like little mansions, and even if they're shared, and just see places, travel, have an adventure. And because all the best things happened to her whenever she was on the road, and she wants to be on the road again. And she recently did the experiment, right, to see if after 19 years of living in a castle, she was able to actually be in the world outside just by her own. And she did, and she loved it, and she wants to do it. So that's pretty much Snail Princess's story. And she wants to close the chapter and leave this godforsaken, rain-ridden country and kingdom of Ireland, because, let's be honest, Snail Princess really doesn't get along with the rain. She likes warm and nice, because she's always cold here. So, it's time. So that's what Snail Princess is hoping for. Love. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that's what Snail Princess dream is. Whether she's going to work out, I don't know. Only time will tell. We'll see, right?